So this is what happened, right? So you have like two concepts, right? And all the concepts exist, and we're all playing around, and we can control our mass. We can control everything about ourselves. We can control our size, our shape, our base, everything, right? And so at some point, a concept decides to get into an argument, and they're like, "No, we should be doing this," right? And he's like, "No, we should be doing this," right? And one of them goes, "You know what? We should be doing this because I'm more real than you. You're not as real as me," right? Boom. Now real is a thing, right? And what happens is you think like this guy becomes like more of a concept, right? He doesn't exist as much. He's not real. You can't physically touch him, right? What really happened is that this created mass. This guy became heavy. He became heavy flesh mass. He became physical mass because he decided to break one of the cardinal rules of existence. Do not decide the conditions of another person. So he became hard. His existence became hard, right? And you would think like, that's what we all want. We all want this kind of existence. But here's the thing. Existence becoming hard means that you can't be whatever you want. You have to be this now. And this has consequences. Now you've got existential prison. Existential nightmare. And that is daytime, nighttime cycle. Now the sun exists, and now you feel physical conditions that you can't control. Because these are the consequences of deciding conditions for another person against their will. Boom. Now you have conditions that you cannot control. The sun exists. It gets hot, it gets cold. You got rain, you got stuff that's external to you that you cannot control, that you have to survive now. You have a physical body that you have to take care of. You don't get to play like the rest of us that can be this and not be this if we want. No, you gotta fucking survive now. You don't get to play because you decided that you can put any condition that you want on a person regardless of what they want, little fucking asshole. All right, so let's see how you like it. Let's see how you fucking like having conditions, right? And what this is consequences for a mass restriction. What a mass restriction is, it's a loss of control of mass. And loss of control of mass is pretty much a concept's ability to just be an idea all the way to being at this state of real consequential level, right? And we like to play with consequences. We like to be fake. Bro, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Don't do that shit. Don't fucking take that. I'll fucking kill you. We like to be real, and we like to be fake sometimes. We like to not exist, and we like to exist. And sometimes we like to do this level because the game is like fun, right? But this guy tried to force that level onto others against their will, and so he got stuck in a prison, a conceptual prison, a day cycle, a night cycle. Now he has needs. His body has needs. Now he has to justify his existence by close proximity, by close concept proximity. And what that means is in order to justify his continued existence, he's always got to be doing something that he does not want to do because that's what he did to another person. He made them something they did not want to be. And so that explains why we're all stuck even though we all have ideas, and this doesn't make any fucking sense. So what also happened is due to this mass restriction in which he can no longer control whether or not he's real, he can think about not being real, and that's just a taunt. That's just to remind you what's possible. But you'll never get there. Not until you admit that this was wrong, and that's all I want you to do. That's all I need you to do. And so we have close concept proximity. And what close concept proximity is that in order for something to exist, it needs a masked explanation. And what that means is that in order for you to be in this physiological mass restricted state, in which you can no longer control what's happening, you got to deal with conditions out of your control because you tried to decide that for others. Oh my God, that is what this is. That's what that was. Yeah, I'm right. My art was real. Yeah. That's what I fucking did. I studied the motions. Of people's brains, and then I made art that showed people the motions that paralyzes their fucking thinking. And so I got in trouble. That was a fucked up condition. Oh, bro, this sucks. Bro, they were attacking, they were bullying me. Bro, what the fuck ever, bro. All right, whatever. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, and I won't do it again. What the fuck? Well, I'm genuinely trying to be sorry here, and it's not, I'm being made to fucking feel this way. I genuinely want to apologize. What the fuck am I supposed, bro, okay, whatever. So, in order for you to be a tall, handsome, attractive black man, you gotta have tall or medium height, attractive black parents. And that is what close concept explanation is. That's what a masked explanation is. You don't just get to exist because you want to. You have to exist because something is making you exist without explanation. And so that's what all this is. We all are inside of a mass restriction because too many of us keep trying to decide the conditions of others, which forces us into the imprisoned, force conditioned existence in which we have night cycles, day cycles, cannot control anything, and are constantly forced to do things that we don't want in order to survive. And that's really what all this is. That's really what all this is. That's really what this is. I'm sorry. What? Bro, they were attacking me all the time. You know what? Maybe they weren't, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe I made up a story to justify it. You know what? Let's say this. Maybe I was just a concept that didn't respect other concepts, and I just experimented with them too much until I ended up in this existential condition prison. And that's what it is, and yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I don't know. To make a point about how obvious my relationship with the environment is, I'm on my way to upload very important information. And look at this, it's about to fucking rain now. And like, I got my tablet and stuff. And it all perfectly lined up, and all the explanations are completely reasonable, but they're really not. They don't make sense. Here I am, about to walk to the Wi-Fi that I need to upload this project. I probably don't even fucking need it, right? I probably don't even need it, but walk to the Wi-Fi, and it's a Wi-Fi. I'm gonna bring my tablets with me, but all that stuff, right? And it's like right at the peak, like very important info, like very important, like very important stuff. It's just like stuff like this has been happening for a while. Just give my own chance before the storm settles in. So, like, it's like a movie. I'm like living a real life movie. So yeah, let me get it's always not that big of a deal, so when I try to call it out, it isn't that overwhelming. But I guess I bet you at some point, I used to be the guy that would be like, oh, what the fuck, this doesn't make any movie right now, this doesn't make any fucking sense, why is this happening? Oh shit, maybe story, oh shit. I guarantee I was also one of those guys like, dude, of course it's about to start storming in a second, I would be the most important thing. Like, I think I am that guy. I don't know. But let's see if I make it. For a second there, I had the idea coming to my head that me constantly calling out logical structure or narrative structure broke life. But I don't think it did. We're supposed to be able to control what's happening to ourselves. I think I was pointing out like, hey, we all keep ending up in trouble, but this shit just fucking lined us up to be in trouble regardless of what we did. Like, this is the fucking environment is actively helping this shit, bro. Like, shit that we don't think is alive is fucking lining up to help us, bro. To help us be like, fucked. What is this, bro? So I don't think I'm the bad guy. Talking about the mass restriction. So imagine that. Well, I mean we are, but like we're all concepts, right? And so the system is, if you do something wrong, you get a consequence for it. And people realize this. They realize, you know, if I do this to him, I'll just go through this, and then I'll fucking have to do this little dance. And then I'll say, yeah, I know better now, I won't do it anymore. And then I go away, right? Or they say, or it's like, you have to show me that you can do this, and I won't let you go. And I'm like, okay, so every time I do something wrong, I just have to like pay a little toll, which recovers as soon as I get back to doing whatever I want, right? And so what happened is the mass restriction also added you not knowing what was going on, so that you couldn't just outsmart your consequences anymore, which means that's ultimately what I was. That sucks, dude. That's lame. But I still figured it out. There has to be some sort of exception with me, unless I'm just learning. Who cares? Oh! Okay, so let's do this.